Again, we don't, let's not judge him or her if she's a good person or he's a good person or not. But nonetheless, dangerous to roll with, especially if you're a beginner, you're a white belt, or you're an older person. So, this is a terrible channel. I'm teaching people how to lie, but it's for your own safety. So, just say, mission accomplished. Now the math bully doesn't even want to roll with you. Good job. But yeah, hello everyone. Welcome to the Valorous Training Center YouTube channel. I am Mark Entrata, first degree black belt under the legend himself, Professor Cobrina Charles, and I am the head of Alliance Jiu-Jitsu Manila, and I've been doing jiu-jitsu for over 20 years, and I've been probably teaching, managing the whatever, an academy for over 15 years. First of all, yeah, thank you so, man, this is crazy. The last video, the Jiu-Jitsomnia video, got over 1,000 views. Man, thank you. And of course, thank you to all those who subscribe. Again, I am grateful. If you haven't yet, my friends, hopefully after this video, you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to subscribe to this channel. I'm going to help this community out with whatever I can. So anyway, thank you. Welcome. If this is your first time watching, welcome. Now, today's video is what to do when the math bully asks you to roll. Yes, it is what it is. There are math bullies in every academy. At our academy, very, very few, if there are any. Why? Because I'm very strict with that. That's something that why? Because during my journey, it was one of the more unpleasurable experiences I've had, training with these math bullies. Those people who think every roll is a fight to the death. These people whose self-worth hinge on the result of the sparring round that no one cares about. But it happens. Some people are like that. And I'm sure at your academy, there are a few. Now, the thing with this is, as usual, they go hard. They go in as, I'm not saying they're bad people, because some of them really are good people. It's just that maybe they're going something in their lives or something. I don't know. But anyway, the thing is the intensity, especially if you're a hobbyist. Remember, this channel is for hobby. Before we forget, the advice, the suggestions I give here is mostly for hobbyists, for beginners, and for older people. Now, if you're part of the comp team and you're avoiding the math bully, brother, you have no business competing whatsoever. Anyway, so going back to the hobbyists, the beginners, and the older people. If the math bully, based from your own experiences, because no one's really just gonna go, hey, I'm Scott, I'm the math bully, nice to meet you, I'm gonna kill you later. See, no one does that, or maybe some do. But anyway, just based from your own observation, based from what you hear from others, because sometimes you will hear after, like, oh man, that dude tried to kill me. I don't know, it was going intense. I don't know, it's like I smashed his girlfriend or something. He was like so mad or something. I don't know what I did. But then after the roll, the dude's normal. He's fine. He's like, oh, hey, thanks for the roll, man. Yeah, it happens. Now, what do we do if the math bully? Again, let's not judge him or her if she's a good person or he's a good person or not. But nonetheless, dangerous to roll with, especially if you're a beginner, you're a white belt, or you're an older person. So, let's get it. First thing that you can do is, but most won't, especially if you're newer, is to say no. Yes, it's very hard, but I think this is also a good practice for you guys to start saying no to things that are potentially dangerous for you or logically dangerous for you. Like when you're at a party and you don't really drink, and some dudes are like, hey, brother, take a shot. I'm like, no, man, I don't drink. Or, I've had a few. I'm a little bit, no, man. It happens. We've experienced these scenarios so many times, right? But what happens if we don't want to say no? See, I'm pretty sure this is one of the causes of drunk driving. And what happens with drunk driving? People either die or you kill someone or both. See, just because you don't want to say no. Just because you're like, oh no. Just because what's the term in Filipino? It's like nahihiya. You're just shy or you're just being very respectful, but at the expense of your own safety. So it's the same with jujitsu. I know I'm exaggerating, but sometimes you just have to exaggerate to make a point. Why? Because some of the injuries I've had were from people who I didn't know how to deal with, the mat bullies that I didn't know how to deal with. I would always just say yes and go, God help me. And sometimes God didn't. So I just kidding. But anyway, but sometimes I still got hurt. So try to say no. Say no first. Now, here's some of my suggestions when saying no. Just go, hey, thanks, man. But I know it looks like you really want to have a really great workout right now. I don't think I'm gonna be a great training partner for you because for this week I'm just taking it easy. I just want to move a little bit, but I'm not really rolling any hard. I'm not doing any hard rollings for this week, so you might have a better time rolling with someone else. So deflection, it could work. Or another thing that you can say, oh, I'm still nursing an injury that I got from you. Remember, because you went crazy the last time you rolled. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm still nursing my wrist. So, well, okay, maybe not from him, or just maybe invent something. Sometimes you gotta do some. Oh, this is a terrible channel. I'm teaching people how to lie, but it's for your own safety. Just say, hey, and besides, man, you do jujitsu. Let's be real. Something's always hurting. If you do jujitsu long enough, something is always gonna hurt. So just use that. You're like, oh, I'm still nursing my neck injury or that. So maybe next time. So you say no, basically. Now, what to expect when you say this? First is, yeah, he's gonna make fun of you, he's gonna tease you, or even the whole team. It happens. Some cultures are really just like that. Just want you to know that's one of the things I eliminated from my academy because it's just not cool for me to make fun of someone who just doesn't want to roll hard. Okay? So they might make fun of you. Again, depending on the culture of your academy, it happens. So you just gotta be ready for that. Like how friends usually tease each other. Like, haha, man, you suck or you're ugly, you got a big nose, whatever. Like how teasing happens. So expect that. Or he will respect it, especially if he's again, like I mentioned earlier, just because they're intense, they're wild, inspiring, doesn't mean they're disrespectful people. Some will go, oh yeah, brother, no worries. Oh, sorry, I was doing it. Oh man, I'm so sorry if I popped your arm the last time we rolled. I'm so sorry. Yeah, brother, maybe next time. But I'll kill you next time. Remember? No. So he will respect it. And the third one is he will insist that no, you can't say no to me. I'm the higher belt, or what are you gonna do about it? I said again. Which leads me to the second scenario. You got no choice. So what happens? What do we do? Yes, I need to have my list. So once you have no choice, here are some of my suggestions. First, very general, focus on your safety. So the first one is maybe you go, hey, is it okay if we just start from our knees? I know, like some alpha chat, like, oh man, your jiu-jitsu sucks. You guys start from your knees. You don't know jiu-jitsu. You get out of here. The reason why jiu-jitsu, whatever. Again, my goal here is for longevity. And remember, if you're not a competitor, if you're a hobbyist, you're a beginner, you're an older person, watch the video. One of the first few videos I made. It's about the most dangerous position. The first dangerous position is the stand-up game. Just watch it because plus it gives me more views. So anyway, so avoid it if possible. You're like, all right, brother, yeah, but can we start from your knees? And like, yeah, sure. Next, again, for focusing on safety, as much as possible, be aware where your fingers are, especially with the gi, where your fingers are, where your wrists are, where your feet are, because those are the areas that accidentally can get twisted during intense exchanges, fast exchanges, scrambles, and whatnot. And usually mat bullies aren't very finesse when they do jujitsu. They're all over the place. So imagine like having, let's say, like a sleeve grip, and then they're really just cranking. They don't care about your fingers. They don't. If you're pushing on the wrong areas, they don't care. They're just gonna smash your hand, so your wrist get. Again, they're not bad people. I mean, who knows? Maybe they are. Let's not judge yet. So anyway, next, yes, focus on your safety. Next one, focus on just being more defensive during the roll. So don't even think of, you know what, you're intense, man. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna, because a lot of things happen. You're also very vulnerable when you start attacking. Why? Because this is where you extend your limbs, okay, to create space or to create situations and whatnot. But that also exposes you to certain locks, like arm locks. American, let's say we're not even doing leg locks. We're not even doing. Anytime you extend, see, you expose yourself to Americanas, to Kimuras, arm locks. See, everything is elbow away from your body. So focus on that concept. Man, I'm just gonna keep my elbows tight. I'm just gonna during this round. And guess what? He might have the role may be very boring for him and even for you, but at least you're safe. And good thing is now you're gonna have that reputation, at least to the mat bullies, that man, he's a boring role. I don't want to roll with this guy. So mission accomplished. Now the mat bully doesn't even want to roll with you. Good job. But yeah, so focus on your defense. Concept wise, just stay like this as much as possible. As much as possible. And the last one is, man, just tap early. So the arm lock's coming, boom. The moment he extends, you just tap, 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 and shout right away. Shout. Don't, because sometimes they're too intense. They may not even feel it. They're too much in the zone. I don't know, for some goddamn this role matters to them so much. Like their whole character, what kind of person they are dependent on this role. So, but again, see how absurd that is. But anyway, so just stop early. Don't wait for the bite. Don't wait for the even if the choke isn't there. Let's say someone they're trying to choke you or whatever. Just stop, man. Because sometimes, especially if they're bigger and stronger, even though you're not getting choked, they're just gonna squeeze so hard and maybe even end up cranking your neck. So is it worth it? No, it's not. So my friends, those are some of the things that we can do if the mat bully tries to, wants to roll with you. If you guys experience this, please, again, remember this is. But later on, before I go, ultimately, once you're confident enough, once you knowledgeable enough, once you have the physicality already, eventually you still wanna test yourselves against these guys. But always keep your safety in mind because they will also eventually help you deal with the stress, with the intensity. But again, if you're a little bit older, maybe this is not really necessary, especially you're a hobbyist. And if you're a beginner, it might be a little bit too soon. Okay. If you're a beginner. And then for the hobbyist, we have to once in a while at least test that intensity, that okay, how do I stay calm, the fight or flight kind of thing. So I hope y'all had fun. I mean, you learned some stuff. If you've had any experiences, please share with us, and share with us if I didn't mention it, you got any suggestions what to do when you're dealing with a mat bully. So again, what's our goal always? It's to stay safe first, right? So Any tips? We were, the last one, the Jujitsomnia. Thank you so much. A lot of people gave their suggestions, and I was like, wow, I didn't even think of that. Like, thank you so much. So, guys, what's our goal here? To help each other out. So what? We can stay safe, continue to have fun. So what? We can train until we are 99. Longevity, my friend. If you haven't yet, please, it would be awesome to subscribe. My God, 280 plus subscribers. Crazy. The last video, I was so happy we had like 260. Man, plus 20. Guys, who knows? Maybe we'll reach 500. Let's do this. Let's help each other out, man. Imagine 500 people working together, help from all over the world. But so far, I saw it's really mostly from the Philippines and the US. So US people, let's go. With that, also another thing, man, if you guys want to see how we do things, it's so funny because people tell me, hey man, you do those YouTube videos, but you never even invite people to your academy. So if you guys have time, if you send us a message, follow us on Instagram, Alliance Jiu-Jitsu Manila. Send us a DM there if you guys want to drop by. Let's roll, let's have fun. Yes, I'm inviting everyone. Let's just have fun to my academy, Alliance Jiu-Jitsu Manila in Valle Verde Country Club in Pasig. And with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. It's going to be a long edit. It's hard. I think it's like 20 minutes long again. So, but thank you so much. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Os.